thank you for coming, especially on this Sunday afternoon. As you all know, we have a severe weather event heading our way, and we wanted to make sure we are communicating with our citizens. Our citizens' safety is our number one priority. As you know, Tropical Storm Beryl is expected to regain hurricane strength before it hits South Texas coast late Sunday. That means today, afternoon, evening, I should say, or early Monday morning, according to National Hurricane Center. But the current situation is a little bit different. The storm is forecasted to make landfall on Texas coast by 8 p.m. Oh, I keep forgetting. Sorry about that. Please.
Buenas tardes. Gracias por estar aquí. Estamos aquí en preparaciones sobre la tormenta Beryl. Gracias por venir un domingo en la tarde. Nos encontramos aquí con el Judge George, el Sheriff Eric Fagan, del Departamento de Emergencia, Greg Babst, del Comisionado de Carreteras, Scott Wyatt, del Departamento de Bomberos, el ingeniero y drenaje, ingeniero Jeff Janicek, Departamento de Bomberos Justin Yerk y del Departamento de Emergencia el Chief Dudley Wyatt. Como ustedes saben, en esta tarde nos estamos preparando para la severidad de la tormenta Beryl, que espera que alcance una categoría de huracán en la tarde de hoy en el condado de Fort Bend, en la costa estatal de Texas. La tormenta es posible que alrededor de hoy domingo a las 8 de la noche se presente en categoría 1 esperamos lluvias entre 5 y 10 pulgadas, posiblemente categorizándose en categoría 2.
Yeah. As you heard, and we expected to have a hurricane, a Category 1 hurricane, but we are preparing at a level of Category 2 so that we are planning and preparing even better than we can. And so what are the impact? The impact, we expect tropical storm force winds, flash flooding throughout our county possible, and flood warnings, power outages, possible power outages, tornadoes, and especially road closures. And so there is a lot of, as you heard, anywhere from 6 to 8 to 10 inches of rain is expected. That's a lot of rain coming our way. So we just wanted to make sure we are definitely telling our citizens to be very cautious about while you're driving.
De esta manera queremos informarle a nuestros ciudadanos y residentes del condado de Fort Bend lo que puede esperar en una tormenta tropical, en este momento categoría 1, considerablemente categoría 2. Esperamos vientos de alrededor entre 40 y 60 millas por hora. Es posible que haya inundaciones. Por favor, esté alerta de las posibles advertencias de inundaciones. Anticipe posibles interrupciones de la electricidad. Por favor, también esté alerta de posibles tornados y es posible que ciertas carreteras sean bloqueadas o cerradas debido a escombros o a inundaciones.
At this time, in order to give more specific details, I will ask our Fort Bend County Emergency Management Manager, Greg Babst, to please come forward. Greg.
Thank you, Judge. Welcome to the press conference today. Getting ready and preparing for Hurricane or Tropical Storm Beryl currently. Fort Bend County is under a tropical storm warning. Potential for sustained winds from 39 miles per hour to 73 miles per hour, with potential for high gusts beginning tonight into Monday. We're telling everybody at this point to shelter in place during the storm. As you know, in Texas, we always say hide from the wind and run from the water. So again, shelter in place as this storm makes impact to Fort Bend County. Weather update, Tropical Storm Beryl continues to track northwest across the Gulf toward the Texas coast with expected landfall near or just east of Matagorda Bay. Beryl is forecasted to make landfall as an 85-mile-per-hour hurricane, which is a Cat 1, and like the judge mentioned, we're preparing for a Cat 2. Again, that's at landfall, and as it gets up here, that's why we've got a tropical storm warning. We are preparing for that tropical storm warning and weather. Flood watch expanded to include entire forecast area. Rainfall forecast amounts unchanged, 5 to 10 inches are expected with local amounts up to 15 inches in some areas.
Gracias. En este momento le habla el del Departamento de Emergencia, Greg Bast. Como dijo el Judge George, esperen vientos. Nos estamos preparando. Lo más importante es estar alerta de los preparativos. Esperamos entre 39 y 73 millas por hora de vientos, posibles inundaciones, y también les pedimos a nuestros residentes que busquen refugio, manteniéndose lejos de la zona de inundación y lejos del viento. Esta noche esperamos, ahora mismo estamos en categoría 1, en 85 millas por hora, pero nos estamos preparando para que la tormenta Beryl alcance posiblemente categoría 2 en la costa estatal de Texas. Es muy importante mantenerse alerta de todas las precauciones al lugar y de mantenerse lejos y buscar refugio donde no esté cerca del viento ni del agua.
I'm glad we stopped and we were able to push this information. Again, there's possibility of storms to produce tornadoes. So don't just think the hurricane. We've also got to think that potential tornado threat. We just had that run through this county not too long ago. So again, prepare for those heavy rain bands that push through the night. Tornado watches and warnings, be readily aware for those, and that flash flooding for our weather update.
También parte de nuestra información es mantenerse alerta de las posibles inundaciones y posibles tornados. Es muy importante recordar que es posible que debido a los escombros y a las inundaciones se impulsen barreras alrededor o sean impulsadas por el agua. Deben de estar alertas siempre sobre la posibilidad de que se torne de huracán a tornado.
EOC status is an activation level 3, and currently all internal staff is on location along with critical support departments within the county. We've made countless efforts to coordinate through all of our jurisdictions and all of our departments within the county, and as you can see, we've all collected and are ready to respond. There's a 24-hour operational period at the EOC. We are up and running. We have been up and running for this response for Beryl. We've been in contact with all of our external partners and coordination of staging resources throughout the county to mitigate any type of hazard that comes to the county. We're adhering to our battle rhythm of calls with the National Weather Service, Texas Division of Emergency Management, and all partners.
También estamos trabajando 24 horas pendientes, tenemos recursos, también estamos trabajando con el departamento de UFC, estamos pendientes 24 horas, estamos alerta de la posibilidad ante cualquier emergencia, tenemos lugares donde podemos dar asistencia y siempre estamos pendientes y en coordinación a medida que se vaya desarrollando este estado presente del tiempo.
Now the most important stuff. Help us by helping you get prepared. Check the emergency supplies now. Prepare for power outages, as this could be a heavy wind event. Check your devices. Check your batteries in your devices. Make sure everything is charged and ready to go, especially those important cell phones. Make sure you have medications readily available. Pick up and secure outdoor items that could become projectiles. Top off fuel in your vehicles. Check on your neighbors. And don't forget your pets.
Muchas gracias. También queremos dejarles saber los preparativos. Por favor, tengan suficiente alimentos enlatados en caso de que sea necesario, en caso de emergencia, sus baterías de celular, baterías recargables, artículos portátiles. Por favor, cualquier mueble o accesorio que pueda considerarse que el viento lo impulse y pueda ser peligroso, asegúrenlo bien. Artículos de primera necesidad como artículos de atención primaria. Por favor, esté alerta de sus vecinos, llene el combustible de su vehículo de gasolina, también chequee sus vecinos y sus mascotas.
And shelters will be open as needed if we have that need arises and the storm passes. So once the storm is passed and those shelters are needed, look for those and look for that messaging coming from our office with the support of Red Cross and the Health and Human Services Office. And then that information will be pushed out to the public on various means of communications through the Emergency Operations Center.
También en caso de que sea necesario, tenemos refugios disponibles. En caso de que sea necesario, después o durante la tormenta, tenemos lugares donde las personas se pueden refugiar y toda esta información va a ser transmitida directamente a ustedes de parte de nuestro Departamento de Emergencias.
Monitoring our information. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Again, you can follow us also on our website, fbcoem.org. You can sign up for our FBC alert at text FBCALERT to 888-777. For precautionary means, if you have an AM radio, tune into AM 1670 as we're pushing out information there. Continue, if there are power outages, to follow CenterPoint and their CenterPoint tracker. And if you have any issues with driving or if you need to get on the roads, please follow www.drivetexas.org for your pre-planning travel on any roads and road conditions. That's all.
Muchas gracias. Por favor, síganos en nuestras redes sociales, tales como Facebook, Twitter e Instagram. Por favor, inscríbase en FBC Alert o mande un texto a FBCALERT y escriba 88777. También puede estar en sintonía en radio AM 1670. En nuestro centro de punto de energía, CenterPoint Energy, está en la www.centerpointenergy.com /Power Alert Service. También, si es necesario que tenga que conducir, por favor, reciba las informaciones para conducir a la www.drivetexas, Texas.org.
Thank you. I just wanted to reiterate what Greg just said. In Fort Bend County, we are coordinating with every jurisdiction. We just finished with a jurisdictional call with all the jurisdictions in Fort Bend County. We have been doing tabletop exercises. We have been doing all this preparation all year round. So if this moment arrives, we are prepared. And I want our citizens to know that we are prepared. And at the time, I wanted to invite the largest law enforcement agency in Fort Bend County, which is Fort Bend County Sheriff Department. Sheriff Reagan is joining us to explain how his agency is preparing to deal with this weather event. Sheriff?
The Sheriff's Office is on full alert. All officers will be reported to be in uniform.
All right, we've been listening to Fort Bend County officials with a quick brief on preparations there. Judge KP George reminding people of the weather impacts, tropical storm force, winds and rain with the potential for flooding. Emergency operations are now operating 24 hours in Fort Bend. He was joined by the Fort Bend County emergency manager advising people to shelter in place.
Yeah, the emergency manager emphasized 39 to 73 mile-per-hour winds, reminding people to hide from the wind and run from the water. Also wants residents to keep in mind the tornado threat. Be ready for tornado watches and warnings overnight, plus, of course, those possible power outages. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist David Paul now with the very latest on Beryl. David.
And what they've been saying, this is not just a coastal event. Inland, we're going to see winds that gust to hurricane force, strong tropical storm force. That includes Fort Bend County. Power outages inland in counties, especially just to the west of the immediate Houston area, are becoming very likely. I would expect the power to go out, and we'll just have to wait and see how long it takes to come back on. But we may see I expect to see several 100,000 folks across the area with power outages late tonight through tomorrow as the storm comes in. Angry surf in Galveston. As the seas and the surf pick up, there is a storm surge warning. Seas are going to increase, and the water level here in Galveston expected to rise 2 to 4, maybe as much as 5 feet in some spots, with waves on top of that as the storm approaches Matagorda County late tonight. That looks like the most likely spot for landfall. These are current winds right now, so the wind is not too terribly strong out of the east at 12 miles an hour. It is gusting to 20 and above down in Galveston, 16 mile-an-hour winds in Angleton, 21 mile-an-hour winds at Hobby out of the east. I do want to mention, folks, on the west side of Galveston Bay, so that east wind, that also pushes that water up against the west side of Galveston Bay. So, everybody from the Ship Channel to Clear Lake, NASA, San Leon, Texas City, all those western communities could see and are expecting to see several feet of surge as the system comes in and that easterly fetch comes across the bay. That's where the storm is right now. It is a tropical storm. Winds of 65. It is expected to strengthen to a strong Cat 1 before making landfall. And I've put that landfall, I've drawn it right in here. That's where the models are taking it right now. This could shift a little bit, but we're just going to go on the forecast the way it stands right now, with the center passing near or maybe on the east side of Matagorda Bay. It's 131 miles away. I've put that on the northern eye wall. So moving north at 10, it's about 12, 13 hours away from making landfall. It's going to put it on shore early in the wee hours tomorrow morning. Scattered showers. First band of rain came through. Now moving north and weakening toward Bryan and Huntsville. Scattered thunder showers with some tropical downpours coming in off the coast now. These are all outer bands from Tropical Storm Beryl to our south. So as far as immediate direct impacts from the immediate circulation of the storm, that really won't begin to be felt until late tonight. So our weather impact is going to begin really after 10 o'clock. And I really think it may be, especially for inland areas, after 2, 3, 4 in the morning that we begin to see the winds come in. But once they come in, they could be very, very strong. So hurricane force wind threat on the coast and inland, coastal rain and flooding with the seas rising with the surge 3 to 5 feet, and enhanced tornado risk today, tonight, and tomorrow as well. Again, those impacts, flooding and tornado. Watch the forecast and stay home. Stay home tonight and tomorrow. Don't get out in this. Tropical storm hurricane conditions coming into a big chunk of our area tomorrow. Stay home, stay safe, and by Monday night, Tuesday, things should be improving rapidly. Forecast track from the Hurricane Center takes us into Matagorda Bay as a strong Cat 1 with winds of 85, and still a strong Cat 1 as it moves inland. Look at the forecast. Still a Cat 1 through portions of Wharton County, just to the west of Katy. That's why Fort Bend County expecting to see winds that could exceed tropical storm force, and there's your tropical storm warning for all inland counties and hurricane warnings for the coastal counties. That's where we stand right now, guys. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Dave, and thank you for watching. Please stay safe out there, stay close to the forecast, and stay informed.
You can look for updates online every hour throughout the day. We'll also have an extended hour-long version of our 5 o'clock newscast coming up shortly. And a quick reminder to scan the QR code right there on your screen to also receive up-to-the-minute information both online and on KHOU.com, and also with the KHOU 11 app. We'll be back with another live update for you coming up at 4.